My name is Sujith, Billa, and you're watching Sujith Talks. I'm a registered migration agent based in Australia who is passionate to publish pristine information about Australian immigration. Stay tuned for more videos by subscribing to Sujith Talks on YouTube and clicking on the bell icon. For some interesting news stories on Australian immigration, like my page Sujith Talks on Facebook. This talk is to understand the mechanism that goes behind the scenes between New South Wales Department, which does 190 nominations, 489 nominations, and how they talk to the Department of Immigration. So this talk is based on a document that I have obtained from the Freedom of Information Disclosure Logs 2018. And this document talks about an agreement made between the Department of Immigration and Border Protection DIBP, represented by the First Assistant Secretary of Migration and Citizenship Policy Division and the New South Wales Department of Trade and Investment, Regional Infrastructure and Services, New South Wales Trade and Investment, represented by the Secretary for New South Wales Trade and Investment. So you have to see from that context how many nominations are given by New South Wales in a particular financial year and how does the mechanism work and how will they come up with the particular number, and will we get to know that? We do not. So we are only talking about what happened in the past, and things could have changed or they are the same. We do not know. And you also have to consider that there are elections in New South Wales very soon, and one of the election issues is about how many people that New South Wales could invite under 190 or 489. So talking about the FOI document, this is an agreement between DIBP and New South Wales Trade and Investment, like I said before, and it sets out how New South Wales Trade and Investment's mission aligns with DIBP's goal of maximizing the economic benefits for Australia through the skilled and business migration programs. So this is one of the lines from the document. So I'm not going to read all the document for you. Instead, I'll put the document link in the video description so you can read it yourself. This is very important. You have to understand this mechanism to know how it works. Through this agreement, from the document I'm reading, through this agreement, New South Wales Trade and Investment has the flexibility to address specific skills shortages and local labour market needs through the State Territory Nominated STN category of Australia's migration program, which is designed to enhance the size and skill level of the Australian labour force. And the shared aspirations of DIBP and New South Wales Trade and Investment will be achieved through acknowledging and promoting the value and contribution of State Territory Nominated migration. And in its mission statements, they've got different mission statements for DIBP and New South Wales Trade and Investment. So some of the mission statements from DIBP is demand in state and territory skilled and business migration programs is driven by state and territory requirements. DIBP, now Home Affairs, recognizes that each state and territory is best placed to determine these requirements. So I come back to New South Wales elections. Now they are talking about what is the best number for them, and DIBP recognizes, this is according to the FOI document, what it says is DIBP leaves it to the state to determine what is the number that it wants, or it could recommend to DIBP and to take consent. DIBP will guide the state and territory skilled and business migration programs through managing allocations and maintaining a skilled and business focus to the programs across all state and territories. So we're not only talking about skilled, we are talking about business migration numbers as well. But obviously, as I do more GSM visa talks, so my focus will be on 190 and 489. But this document has got information about business as well. New South Wales Trade and Investment mission statement. In its mission statements, one of those are minimize the impact of labor and skills constraints on New South Wales industries through high caliber migrants who can provide many of the skills required to underpin growth in the economy. Participating in migration programs and advocating improvements to the national migration policy to meet New South Wales skills and business needs is some of what New South Wales Trade and Investment's role in skill and business migration includes. It also includes attracting students to study in New South Wales, promoting New South Wales as open for business, attracting mobile global talent and skilled and business migrants. The New South Wales government is continuously reviewing and improving policies and procedures to streamline migration processes. Key activities include expanding the communication, marketing and promotion of the New South Wales migration program and its objectives, implementing a new online processing systems for state nominated application. I don't know what that new online processing system is, whether they have done it or not. So even in this year, there was this invitation link which comes to us in an email, and then we click on that and it doesn't get saved, and there are some technical issues. So pretty much it's an old school application system. Not sure if they're going to update it or not, but this is what they have mentioned previously in their mission statement. Working with DIBP to improve current strategies to increase regional migration. Okay, this is very, very important. So working with DIBP to improve current strategies to increase regional migration. So how are they going to do it? Do they provide jobs for IT professionals, engineers and other occupants? So their mission statement says that working with DIBP to improve current strategies to increase regional migration, but we do not have information how they do it. Now, New South Wales Trade and Investment consults with relevant New South Wales agencies and industries, including New South Wales or NSW in short, NSW Department of Education and Training, the Community Relations Commission, and professional qualification assessment bodies and industry organizations. So it collaborates with these three bodies. Now there is something called as SMOG, which stands for Skilled Migration Officials Group. And this agreement operates within the SMOG terms of reference. So we've got Schedule 1 and Schedule 2 of SMOG. Within the constraints of the migration program and ministerial direction, issues impacting on state and territory nominated migration from new policy proposals and initiatives will be discussed and considered by the SMOG. So it's a framework. Now we have got this agreement signed on behalf of Commonwealth Department of Immigration and Border Protection, represented by First Assistant Secretary of Migration and Citizenship Policy Division, and the New South Wales Department of Trade, Investment, Regional Infrastructure Services, represented by Secretary of New South Wales Trade and Investment. If you look at Schedule 1, it talks about nomination places and occupations. Under this agreement, you can see for 2014-15, New South Wales is allocated between 1,300 and 4,000 nomination places for primary applicants in the state territory nominated, that is STN Skilled Migration Program. So that's a very big range, 1,300 to 4,000. And I do not have the numbers what happened in 2014-15, how many were invited. Definitely Skill Select was there because Skill Select started in 2012, July 1st. So the parties in the agreement note that these allocations may be adjusted by agreement between the appropriate departmental contact officers, subject to the results of scheduled reviews of the usage of the programs. Okay, New South Wales Trade and Investment will share research and analysis of its skilled migration nominations with DIBP as appropriate. Now there are few things in Schedule 2 which you can look at. Again, SMOG is a forum. Once again, talking about SMOG, Skilled Migration Officials Group, is a forum including Commonwealth and state territory governments, which is focused on skilled and business migration, meeting skill shortages and economic needs. It considers issues in relation to regional dispersal as part of a balanced migration program, and it will enable the Commonwealth and state territories to discuss proposed changes and issues related to implementation of the skilled and business migration program, and the Commonwealth and state and territories to develop an understanding of each other's priorities and exchange ideas. So what it means is, somebody is running for a premier in the state elections. They can have their own view about migration, and the PM or who is running for prime minister in the federal elections, they have a different view, and they'll talk, okay, the states have to do this, and the state premier candidate might say something else. So they might come up with different policies. So the SMOG will try to get an understanding. The party that runs at the federal level, that is different to a party that controls the state. So if they are not from the state, if they're not from the same party, then there will be trouble in understanding each other's requirements and priorities. So that's all about this FOI document. So go through this document in full and try to get an understanding about how these numbers work. And let's hope that New South Wales gives a lot of nominations like it usually does in this financial year 2018 and 19. That brings an end to this video. Thank you for watching. My name is Sujith Billa, a registered migration agent based in Australia. If you require immigration advice, go to my website sujithtalks.com, select your time zone and schedule a phone or web consultation.